What's going to happen in the Senate? Republican senators like Ted Cruz and others are asking everyone to stand with them to do two things: fund the government, but do not fund Obamacare. So what now? Republican senator out of South Carolina, Lindsey Graham, with me now in studio. Nice to see you in person.
Glad to be with you. Yes, sir.
You actually have legs.
I do, yeah.
You see in the monitor, it's like it's just this guy with a head right there.
Apparently I'm short, taller in television than I am in real person.
Nice to see you, and thank you for your time.
Thanks,
what
sir.
in the world does happen?
Well, here's what I think will happen. I think we'll take up the House bill because it's a good bill. I can't imagine filibustering the bill that I like from the House. There will be a vote to take out the defunding of Obamacare. It'll be a majority vote, and I'm hoping some Democrats will side with all Republicans to keep the defunding in place, but I doubt it. But here's the good news. We'll have a vote where every Republican votes to defund Obamacare, and practically every Democrat will keep it in place, and that will be the defining issue in 2014. This is an albatross around their neck. Obamacare is going over like a lead balloon in the economy, and the only way we can screw this up is to make it about us.
Okay, you said a lot there. How many Democratic votes do you expect in the Senate?
I think,
if any.
I think all of them will rally around keeping Obamacare fully funded. Is
that a zero then?
Zero, because we spent no money. I think there are 5 votes we could have gotten if we'd really had a strategy to break our Democratic friends and give them an opportunity to join with us to start over in Obamacare. But all the money and the energy has been spent on Republicans. We haven't spent any money trying to pick up 5 Democratic votes. But this time next year, I think there will be more than a few Democrats looking to Republicans, finding a way to take this monkey off their back.
And if I read between the lines, that's where the pressure is now being cranked up on moderate Democrats who are living in red states and want to be reelected.
That's a good strategy.
You know, in November 2014.
It's a good strategy.
But in the near term, this is going to come out of the Senate.
Right.
It's going to go back to the House.
Right.
The clock is ticking.
Right.
Does the government shut down or not?
I don't think so. I think the House colleagues, along with Senate Democrats and Republicans in the White House, can find a way to delay parts of Obamacare, maybe repeal the medical device tax that's hurting that part of the economy. I think we can take a hit. Obamacare will take a hit, but it won't be defunded. I don't think the government's going to shut down. I think there will be a deal doing something to delay the individual mandate maybe a year. Might be a good compromise.
You're looking at the Medicare cuts, the employer mandates delayed, and the subsidy verification delayed, out-of-pocket caps delayed.
This bill sucks.
Sorry?
This bill sucks. It really does, and it's really an albatross around our Democratic friends, and they will slowly but surely, if we don't screw this thing up, come to us, because they can't. It's more than they can carry in the election cycle of 2014 and 2016.
You think the pressure will be that great?
Yes, it is beginning to collapse economically. People are losing jobs. They're getting part-time employment. People's health care costs are going up. It's not playing well in the real world. Eventually, it will hit Washington. We just need to be patient, keep fighting, but fight smart.
You sent a tweet Friday afternoon. Quote, I support the House-passed bill to defund Obamacare. # Senate must act. Was that an about-face for you?
No, I've always supported. I thought it was smart to defund Obamacare in the House, send it to the Senate, and try to pick 5 Democrats off. I didn't think it would be smart to send the House bill to the Senate and we filibuster our own bill. What I want to do is have a vote on the defunding of Obamacare and get our Democratic colleagues on record. I think over time, they're going to start joining with the Republicans because this is such a burden for them to bear politically.
All right, Senator, thank you. Quickly, I want to talk to the breaking news that's happening now in Nairobi, Kenya. It is awful, and to watch it, your heart really goes out to the people who are struggling through this. There's a report that came out over the weekend, possibly Americans living here have joined the al-Shabaab movement in Somalia, are fighting clearly as if they're al-Qaeda terrorists. They're allowing Muslims to walk out of the mall, and if you cannot prove you're a Muslim, you are shot and killed on sight. Now, this American connection, how real is it that Americans could have gone to Somalia and joined the fight that we're watching unfold in Nairobi?
They're doing 2 things in our backyard, radical Islamic groups. They're trying to recruit people to hit us fifth column movements, to get radical Islamic terrorists, American citizens, to join their cause to hit us here at home, and actually recruiting people to go overseas to the fight. They're doing both in our backyard. There's a perfect storm building for this country to get hit. We've got a weak president, a war-weary public, emboldened enemies, shaky allies, and a dysfunctional Congress. We're reducing our intelligence capabilities to pick up these attacks. We're sending all the wrong signals to our enemies and friends alike, and they're recruiting in our own backyard. What you saw in Boston could be our future. What you saw in Kenya could come back to us. We're letting our guard down when it comes to dealing with the radical Islamic threat in our own backyard.
Just to be a little more specific, Peter King over the weekend said Al-Shabaab is the only known terrorist group that is actively recruiting Americans. Is that the case?
No, I think there are other Al-Qaeda affiliates. You remember the Times Square bomber? He was trained by the Pakistani Taliban. That guy went to Pakistan, received training, came back here and tried to blow Times Square up. Thank God the car didn't explode, but that was done by the Pakistani Taliban. The Detroit guy was done by another group. So there are more than one group trying to get Americans to turn against us at home and go overseas and fight, and we're ignoring this threat. We're letting our defenses down at a time we need them the most.
We're getting a report from our bureau in Jerusalem suggesting most of the gunmen hiding on the top floor. It was described to us as a 4-story shopping mall, big, expansive area. They're in Nairobi, Kenya. They believe the last gunman has been cornered, but they thought that last hour too, so we'll have to see how this...
Soft targets is what we're talking about.
Soft targets indeed, sir. Thank you for your time, Senator. Lindsey Graham from South Carolina, here in New York. Thank you.